everyone, my name is Adrian Reese. And James Baldwin once said, the most dangerous creation of any society is a man who has nothing to lose. Unfortunately, at the age of 7, I witnessed my grandmother experience police brutality within the four walls of her own home. She had just gotten off from her second shift and she worked at the casino. And she was in the shower when 4 police officers illegally searched her home and told her to come out the shower. And she tried to tell them, I'm naked right now, once I come out, then when I get dressed, then I'll come out. And they did not care. And they dragged her out of the bathroom and told her, don't move or we will shoot, even though she didn't have a weapon. And they began to question her. You as young African Americans who grew up in a household where you have had those conversations to obey the police officer or to not run from the police, you will understand why police brutality is a major issue within our communities. Today, police brutality is a major issue that many people face daily, ranking African Americans and Native Americans the highest to experience it. In the middle is Caucasians and Hispanics, and then the least is Asians. So today I'll be discussing how to prevent police brutality within our communities through implementing mental health professionals in the law enforcement field. Showing how the solution will look within your communities and giving you a step that you can take to prevent police brutality. Police brutality is an issue that should not be tolerable in any case because usually it leads a victim to feel hostile and resentful towards a police officer's request. And due to a police officer having a dangerous job, a police officer will use more force toward the victim. But in most cases, it shows that police officers abuse their power through the use of excessive force, verbal abuse, and racial profiling. And they try to justify their actions when they feel threatened by a person's speech, tone, movement, or appearance. According to the Commercial Appeal article of March 15, 2023, notes that the vast majority of people arrested in Memphis, 86%, were Black. A large overrepresentation, even in a city where majority of residents, where 65% of residents are Black. At this growing rate of police brutality within our communities, our future communities look deadly and capable of existing. Tamir Rice, Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, and Tyree Nichols were all victims who lost their lives to police brutality within the same communities we live in. The same police officers we look to for protection are the same police officers we fear losing our lives to. There is true crime within our community that needs to be addressed. But when police officers choose to abuse their power through the use of excessive force, then it becomes an issue. Because us as citizens cannot stay silent and disregard human rights. And now that you know the true crime, the true issues of police brutality within our communities, there is a solution by implementing mental health professionals in the law enforcement field who know how to address hostility, fear, and rebellion. Many studies show that African Americans are ranked the highest to experience police brutality before they turn 21. According to Philip J. Silverman, a Juris Doctor and MBA student at the Capital University Law School and Capital University School of Management, in a journal article from October 4, 2022, states that, in other words, premature heightened anticipation of a threat may predict the improper use of lethal force. And rather than a police officer drawing their weapon, a mental health professional in the law enforcement field can know how to address a certain person and level of heightened situation. On July 7, 2020, the Movement for Black Lives unveiled the BREATHE Act, a bill that would reallocate federal funds through community resources, counseling, and legal representation within our communities. Many try to argue that police are simply doing their jobs, but their vigilant attitude towards a person can make them seem as they are abusing their power, which in most cases they choose to still abuse their power. According to Bianca Velez, a Juris Doctor candidate from University of San Francisco School of Law, in an article from May 3, 2021, notes that the institution of slavery and oppression of people of color in the United States largely formed its policing tactics. By training mental health professionals in the law enforcement field, you can essentially reduce the number of unjust killings and assault by police in the future. But not training mental health professionals in the law enforcement field can enable police to continue to abuse their power and neglect true crime needed to be addressed in this if this solution is not applied. So I want to say that I want to encourage you to start by preventing police brutality within your communities by donating to the Movement for Black Lives Foundation. And I would start by donating a small amount to the Movement for Black Lives Foundation through gaining the resources of counseling and legal representation within our communities. Imagine a world with police brutality, police misconduct, racial profiling. Now imagine a world without. As James Baldwin once said, the most dangerous creation of any society is a man who has nothing to lose. Which world do you wish to live in? Thank you.